in which way dance is an intellectual practice, or what do you mean by this term of intellectual?
I think that was the one from Merleau-Ponty about the connection between my mind and the body. My decisions and my actions are a magic one. And that, I didn't like that. Because it sort of leaves this black box operation of deciding to do something. That's how I was understanding what he was writing. That how to decide to do something is a magic operation, magic moment. And for me, doing dance is all about deciding. It's all about knowing what my action and my intention is. Whether or not it actually happens, if I'm moving somebody, sharing weight with somebody, at least I know what my intention was. My intention was to push here. My intention was to pull here. My intention was to fall here. My intention was to rotate or swing. And that also plays into somehow I feel in a larger scope of how dance, or the body within dance, and I guess this is a large version of the word dance, is seen as female frequently. And if you look at the number of musicians who are male working with dance and the number of dancers who can be female, maybe opening up a can of worms here, but thought that the body in dance is quiet and doesn't generate thought. It merely responds to thought. And for me, the body generates thought. Of course, you can move without thinking. I guess you can get electric shock when you're moving. That's not thinking. I think I've lost my train of thought.
Is for you always the brain in this kind of hierarchy in relation to the other organs or body parts? That is the brain who decides, is the brain who keeps noticing, or also you will say that sometimes there is something else making decisions that is not exactly your brain.
Yeah. So the question is, what's making the decisions, or how is dance intellect? Well, I guess maybe the thought that I just had was that dance isn't necessarily intellectual or not. It is a means that can be used to investigate thoughts. Just as you could use a chalkboard or NMR or a mass spectrometer to give you something to reflect with and on, and use that to then relate to, as a means to investigate what variables are present in any moment, and use that then as a means of reflection. So I guess I would say that I tend to be a more cerebral dancer.
So you instrumentalize dance for the sake of production of thoughts?
Yeah, and then I use those thoughts to then produce more dance.
And how does this work?
Well, the piece you saw.
Let me understand. So the dance stimulates the thinking, is what you mean?
Yes, and the thinking stimulates the dance.
So, but then that means that the rest of the body parts stimulate the brain?
Yes.
So is that what you mean?
Yeah.
So it's putting the rest of the body in service of brain stimulation.
Brain stimulation. Yeah, maybe.
And then the other way around. Then the brain once has been stimulated, sends signal to the rest of the body parts.
Yeah.
That's the process.
Yeah. It's a continual feedback loop.
Yeah, but then does the brain send thoughts? Or what does it send? Because the other body parts, they don't understand thoughts, no?
No, they send electrical stimulation. The brain sends electrical stimulation to the muscles and the fascia and all that business.
So it's not thoughts, exactly.
No.
You exteriorize the thoughts through speaking while you dance.
Yeah.
Okay. So you produce thoughts for other people.
If they're watching, I guess so, yeah.
And does the brain also, if the brain is not connected with the production of thoughts, what else, which other functions do you think the brain has when dancing?
When dancing, producing thought.
If it's not that one?
It's not producing thought. Well, inner ear, maintain a balance. No, that's the brain. Recognition of time. I guess that, and I mean that would be a thought then, I guess. It was like, how long have I been here? How long have I felt that? How long have I done this? How long have I done that? How long? So, maybe the brain doesn't do anything else.
Don't you think that there are also other ways of claiming that dance has a mind without necessarily speaking or talking?
Yeah, I mean, if you have a mind and somebody is reacting to it, what you're doing and what you're saying and thinking, then they can respond to your words, they can respond to your physical actions. And so there can be a conversation with meaning, inherent meaning, and knowledge, and without any word being spoken. And when you first, I don't know if this fits, but it made me think of a paper I read a while ago, neuroscience or cognitive science, with 3 different kinds of group of population of ballet dancers, capoeira dancers, and people who did neither. And the people who, when the ballet dancers watched a ballet video, their brain was very active. And the capoeira dancers watched it. It was less active than the ballet dancer, but more active than the non-dancer. And same with the capoeira person. Their dance was more, their brain was more active when watching capoeira than ballet, but more than the non-dancer. People who weren't trained in those specific modalities. So by having more brain activity when watching one you know, it makes me think that there's some sort of exposed, but transfer of knowledge based on someone who knows, who knows that language, that movement language. And watching, this isn't necessarily dancing, maybe just a body thing, but watching somebody walk, watching somebody seeing where specific injuries are, so knowing their personal history on some level based upon what you see, how you see them move. Also then, so that it's not so much dance per se, but just body knowledge, body awareness that you can then see some information about somebody, how the shoulder is slumped.
So this is actually like also wisdom.
Yeah.
You don't need to use language.
No, just or see who's related to whom, based upon.
But this is what I mean. That this is also part of your interest of claiming such a body knowledge as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But do you think this is specialized? The audience needs to be specialized
Audience.
when they look at the
Yes. I think
they have to be specialized.
I think there is sort of the expert that it's dance. Everybody has a body, therefore dance has to be for everybody, and that's a bunch of crap. I think just like what's his name? James Joyce wrote Ulysses, and he said he put enough not random, but things hidden that he wanted to keep scholars occupied for centuries. And that's okay in literature for some reason, for it to be so intellectual and full of references and things like that not everybody can get it. But as soon as you do that in dance, oh my gosh, you're being so elitist, you're being so exclusionary. So in the written word, in the intellectual, it's okay to be exclusionary. It's okay for the man to be exclusionary, but it's bad for the female body, dance, to be exclusionary. And that's, I don't think, cool. Everybody should be able to be equally exclusionary as possible whenever they want, in whatever form, or equally inclusionary. And I've only tried to read, it's been a long time since I tried to read Ulysses, but I remember saying, what the hell, this doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to bother. But I think in terms of the body and dance, people should or could, because everybody has a body, everybody could get something out of it. There's the mirror neurons, right? No matter what dance form you're watching, your mirror neurons on some level are probably firing. Someone who doesn't read English can't read Ulysses. You can look at the words and recognize the text, but the meaning might not come out that the author is necessarily trying to impart. And that will happen also with movement.